If you are looking for inspiration or trying to build a foundation to build your own style, today we're taking a look at 5 classic menswear category that I think everyone should know about. And let's start with the first one, workwear. So workwear is anything related or originating from working, really. So you have your denims, your Levi's jeans, they were created for miners. You have your barber jacket, you have your thick brown leather boots, you have your Carhartt jackets, everything that is thick, rugged, that can take a beating, that you can take with you to be in the outdoors, to do some woodworking, or just need something robust to take you anywhere. This is the perfect style for you. It can be very masculine. It can be also very fashionable if you combine it with some more streetwear elements. You can really have fun with it, but I think it's a great foundation for something truly masculine, and it is usually made with some very high quality materials. It's always something you're looking for. The next one is going to be military. Now, you don't have to look like a full-on soldier. What I mean by that is a lot of classic men's items actually come or are derived from military clothing. For instance, the trench coat. They were made to be worn on the battlefield on a rainy day, and they became a bit more classy over time. But this is a truly masculine and elegant piece of clothing. You can have your barber jacket as well, wax jacket, everything that can be worn out in the open. It's masculine, it can be worn under the rain, and you can wear that on top of something formal or fancy, and it instantly makes the outfit a bit more casual, a bit more masculine. I really like it. You will also find your bomber jackets, leather bomber jackets precisely. Again, they were made for the military. They're associated with this kind of aesthetic. You can go just a simple leather jacket or the full-on bomber, puffy, with like the wool colors. I really like it. Aviator sunglasses, classic military style accessory. Khakis shirts, khakis pants, and revolving around the colors brown, green, and camel. You're good to go. The next one is athletic. Anything used for sports, for exercising. And I'm not a big fan of wearing sports items on your everyday life. I think there's a time and place for wearing sneakers, for instance, and this is it. Your classic Stan Smith, but also your Chuck Taylors, Converse. These were originally made for sports, for exercising, for tennis, for golfing, for basketball. And I think when they are worn in such a situation, it makes much more sense than just to be worn outside in the city on a regular day. I don't think it makes sense. Your polo shirt, originally coming from polo, your Henley shirts coming from rowing, your baseball cap, tennis sweater, all these items can either give a touch of athletic, sportsy, a nuance to your outfit, or can actually be worn as you exercise, as you do these sports. Maybe we could do some other videos in the future if you're interested about what outfits to wear at the gym, for instance. But here are some inspiration from classic menswear items coming from sports and athleticism in general. Next one, and I divided in 2 parts because I think they can be completely different. That's your academic type of fashion. And we can start with the American one that is heavily inspired on the Ivy League, preppy kind of outfit. Preppy Ivy League represents maybe 80% of what people now call old money aesthetic. This is the true origin of the old money fashion. It is your American university, high class, high society people. It's a combination of formal pieces like shirts, jackets, sports coats, loafers, neckties, and at the same time blended with some more athletic inspired items, like again the famous tennis sweater, but sometimes you would have shorts as well. And I think the preppy outfit, you really nail it when you never know if you are going to your next class or if you are going to play some tennis or some golf. You're always wearing an outfit that is kind of in between of that. And I think it's become very trendy nowadays. But my favorite one is the European academic style, or more UK inspired type of thing. This also falls under the dark academia aesthetic that used to be a bit famous a few years back. This is your typical teacher outfit or Dead Poets Society, even though that's American based. Everything that looks like you are studying in a vintage European university. It really fits the winter and autumn season. And I think it works great both for young people and also for adults. It makes you look smart, it makes you look dressed up, elegant. But also I think tweed in general is a very casual fabric. So it doesn't look like you put on a full-on suit that you're going to a wedding, but it looks comfortable, casual. It's good for work, it's good for studying, and I think it's good for your everyday life in general. And finally, the most elevated style will be the business inspired category. Now, it can go all the way from very casual, business casual, wearing your shirt with your jeans, having a little suit jacket on top of it. Could be just also wearing a sweater with a shirt underneath. That would be the very casual side of the spectrum. You can also go full-on salaryman, or also based on, the show The Office. I think it's a great demonstration of wearing shirts and ties, but with cuts that are a bit wider, maybe without wearing the jacket, and so it's a bit more laid down. And it still looks put together, it looks professional, but it doesn't look over the top. Again, it doesn't look like you're going to a wedding. It looks like you're just going to your regular office job. Or you can go with a bit more structured and shinier fabrics, maybe more European inspired, Italian, French type of style. And here it will look a bit more like the finance guy, put together, square shoulders, well fitted, tailor-made suits. And you can go all the way up to those very formal, high status type of outfits. I think it would mostly make sense if you have a job that is appropriate for that. If you are mature looking, that always helps. I think it's a bit more for adults than for young people in general. It makes more sense depending on where they are in their lives. Makes more sense also with your actual job or career or business. But it just shows how you can go from very casual to very formal within this business category. If you liked it, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you think I forgot some very important categories. If you have any recommendation, let me know, and I see you next time. Bye.